sebuah peluang yang menarik, saya bilang gitu ya, karena ini ada peluang bisa dibilang beasiswa residensi di Jerman selama 3 bulan. Di kotanya Pforzheim ya. Maaf nih kalau saya salah namanya nih. Pforzheim ya. Is that correct, Alexandra? Pforzheim, the city in Germany where the EMA Creative Center.
Yes, from Pforzheim exactly.
Pforzheim, oke. Jadi mungkin sebagai awalan perkenalkan juga saya Agung dari Kreasi Jabar, Komite Ekonomi Kreatif dan Inovasi Jawa Barat, bersama Teh Nuri dari Rakarsa Foundation. Kita bareng-bareng sosialisasikan program residensi Designers in Residence ya, Pforzheim, Jerman, bersama allow me to introduce di sini kenalin gitu ya, Teh Alexandra Ford. Saya manggilnya Teh karena lagi fellowship juga di Indonesia sebenarnya kan ya. Lagi you're in a fellowship in Indonesia, right? Online fellowship.
Yeah.
So
actually I wanted to be there, but now as Corona is there, it's only online.
Not possible ya. Jadi saya mungkin pakai dua bahasa nih jadinya kayaknya ya, kita switching aja. Indonesia, Inggris, dikit-dikit Sunda lah gitu mungkin ya. Nanti kita coba, mudah-mudahan Alexandra juga bisa dibantu nantinya agar paham juga apa yang kita bicarakan. Kemudian juga nanti juga saya bantu translate beberapa hal yang mungkin Alexandra akan sharing. Jadi untuk bagian pertama mungkin saya persilakan nih ke Teh Nuri nih yang dari awal sudah menginisiasi kegiatan ini. Silakan Teh Nuri untuk bisa menceritakan sedikit mengenai latar belakang beasiswa atau designers in residence ini. Silakan Teh Nuri.
Oke, terima kasih semua. Makasih juga buat Kreasi atas kesempatannya. Sekarang saya saya mewakili Rakarsa. Saya mau memperkenalkan dulu apa itu Rakarsa ya. Saya mau sharing, kalau boleh, sebentar. Wait. Oke, selamat sore semuanya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Nuri dari Rakarsa, yang saat ini akan memperkenalkan Alex juga, yang akan mempresentasikan tentang program residensinya di Pforzheim. Tapi sebelumnya, saya ingin memperkenalkan apa itu Rakarsa. Rakarsa itu merupakan yayasan organisasi non-profit asal Bandung yang berdiri pada tahun 2018. Rakarsa Foundation berupaya mewujudkan ekosistem seni, desain, dan budaya yang berkelanjutan. Fokus kami mengembangkan jaringan berbagai pengetahuan dalam semangat artistik melalui pameran, acara publik, dan inisiatif edukasional. Berikut adalah tim Rakarsa saat ini, ada Vincent, Yori, Endira, Clarissa, Zifra, Nuri, saya sendiri, dan Ari. Kok nggak bisa? Sebentar. Berikut adalah proyek-proyek yang sudah kami lakukan. Kami banyak bekerja sama dengan kami bersama Nuar tuh, sorry, ininya kelihatan nggak ya? Kami bekerja sama dengan Nuar menginisiasi program CCC pada tahun 2020, merupakan tuh di awal-awal pandemi ya, merupakan ajang diskusi seni dalam suasana ringan secara online merespon pandemi COVID. Setiap minggu seniman, kurator, dan pengelola seni dan peneliti diundang untuk berbagi pengetahuan. Dan CCC ini juga saat ini sedang kami lanjutkan kembali sampai bulan Desember. Untuk info lebih lanjutnya bisa dilihat di sosmed kami di Rakarsa. Lalu ini adalah workshop dan training yang bekerja sama dengan LPPM Bandung. Kami bekerja sama dengan UKM di daerah Ciburial. Mereka itu ada dari perca dan dari bambu. Lalu ini kerjasama kami dengan Art Jakarta. Kami membawa beberapa seniman muda dari Bandung, Jakarta juga Jogja. Lalu ini kerjasama Rakarsa dengan Aqua, kami membuat instalasi di Gandaria City. Ini juga kerjasama Rakarsa dengan Gojek. yang produknya itu dibuat oleh UKM kayu dari Ciburial juga. Seperti itu. Lalu ini adalah program yang saat ini sedang berlangsung adalah Rubicon. Rubicon itu mempertemukan berbagai keahlian dan latar belakang untuk mencari solusi kreatif dalam merespon tantangan seputar pencapaian Sustainable Development Goals seperti permasalahan urban, lingkungan, dan kesenjangan sosial. Program ini berlangsung dari Januari sampai Desember 2021. Saat ini yang baru saja selesai itu adalah hackathon. Hackathon itu program 3 hari workshop dari berbagai latar belakang dan pamerannya dan pemenangnya sudah ada dan akan berpameran di bulan Desember nanti. Program ini hasil kerjasama dari Goethe Institut Bandung, IVI Bandung, dan Rakarsa, didukung dari Deutsche Französische Kulturfonds. Lalu ini adalah program yang akan kami laksanakan. Cek Ombak ini program residensi seni rupa kontemporer lokal merespon dampak pandemi COVID. Pesertanya ini kebetulan untuk berusia 22 sampai 24 tahun karena kami menyadari bahwa teman-teman yang baru lulus atau di umur yang mau mengawali karir di dunia seni rupa itu kan di pandemi ini agak sulit untuk bertemu langsung. Akhirnya kami menginisiasi program Cek Ombak ini, residensi ini. Kami akan menerima 6 peserta seniman dan 1 peserta penulis. Program ini didanai oleh International Relief Fund dari Jerman juga. Nah, lalu ini adalah program lembar karsa yang kami bekerja sama dengan Koran Pikiran Rakyat di 17 Agustus kemarin. Lalu ini adalah bagaimana kita bertemu dengan Alex. Jadi Alex itu kebetulan dari CCV Fellowship dari IFA, programnya IFA mempercayakan Rakarsa untuk menjadi salah satu host. Jadi kami dari Rakarsa itu merupakan host dari cross culture programnya. Dalam program ini kami mengundang berbagai pelaku kreatif Bandung dan Jawa Barat untuk bertukar pengalaman dan berjejaring secara virtual dengan Alexandra dari EMA. Nah, ini adalah salah satu program yang kita coba lakukan ya dengan kreasi. Jadi pada saat perkenalan kemarin kami juga mengundang teman-teman, salah satunya adalah Hari. Lalu karena si programnya ini karena Alex ini dari EMA itu mungkin seperti kreasi Jabar ya, kreatif sentrum yang didanai oleh pemerintah juga. Jadi mungkin si program yang akan nanti Alex perkenalkan cocok dengan anggota-anggota dari kreatif Jabar ini. Seperti itu. Lalu ini adalah kolaborator kami saat ini. Dan apa yang bisa kami lakukan adalah bagaimana untuk art management, untuk publishing, community development, workshop dan edukasi, kreatif ekonomi dan cultural exchange. Terima kasih. Berikut adalah perkenalan singkat dari Rakarsa. Oke, sekarang mungkin Alex dipersilahkan.
So thank you, Teh Nuri. Probably after this, we shall directly continue to Alex. Alex, are you ready? So you can share what are you doing in Indonesia, and then what is the program in Pforzheim, Germany about the residency. Please, the place is yours and the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, great. And please apologize my weird voice today. As I said, I got a little flu, but I will try my best so that everyone can understand me. Yes, so I don't know how much Nuri already told you. So I found Rakarsa when I was searching for a partner to do a kind of a scholarship program run by IFA. It's the Institute for Foreign Relations in Germany. And it's a cultural exchange program. So lots of fellows from all over the world are exchanging about their work in terms of cultural economies or also social issues. So, and I'm very happy to be part of that, and that I found such a great institution as Rakasa to be my host in this program. And yeah, so in our exchange, I also talked about our residence program that we are doing here in Pforzheim. And when we met Hari, he asked me to present a little bit about our scholarship program that we do here. So this is what I will talk about today. I will just do a little presentation, and after that, you are welcome to ask any questions that come to your mind. Yeah, so first of all, maybe it's interesting for you to know where is Pforzheim. So I brought a little map of Germany, and Pforzheim is a quite small city in the south of Germany. You can see this yellow bubble here. It has around 130,000 inhabitants and is located in the Black Forest. So if you know Black Forest cake, this is the region where it comes from. I know that it was quite eye-opening for Nuri and her team that it's the region where the Black Forest cake actually comes from. Yeah, as I said, it's a quite small city, but it was very famous in former times for its jewelry industry. And has a very renowned faculty of design, and also lots of beautiful nature. 3 rivers are flowing through the city. So this is just really basic facts about the city of Pforzheim. Yeah, here are some impressions of the city, because it was quite destroyed in the Second World War. And after that, they built it up again, and that's why it has lots of 50s architecture that people actually from the city don't like so much, but everyone that comes from outside is really fascinated by all this 50s architecture. And yeah, here are some more impressions of the city, how it looks. You can here see that it's quite a green city with the rivers in the city, some beautiful buildings, a jewelry museum. This is the Emma Creative Center that I will talk about in some minutes. Yeah, so just some short impressions of our city. And yeah, so where I actually work is the Emma Creative Center. It's run by the city administration of Pforzheim, and our purpose is actually to support the creative industries in Pforzheim and in the region. So we have the Emma Creative Center, which is a former swimming pool actually, and it was rebuilt in 2011, and in 2014 it was opened. And since then we offer workshops for jewelry, fashion, industrial design, a co-working space, exhibition space, and 18 offices and ateliers on more than 3,000 square meters. So more than or around 80 people, it changes from time to time, are working at Emma. So in the offices, in the co-working space, and in the workshops. And besides the building, we also offer workshop program for startups, networking events for creative industries, exhibitions, the scholarship that I will talk about, a design market, and much more. So these are some impressions of Emma. You can see here how it looks like from the outside. It's directly located next to the river. We have a beautiful rooftop up there where we also can do events from time to time. This is our co-working space here. Little impressions of the workshops. This was our design market and a fashion show that we hosted once. Actually, I forgot to put this in my presentation, but I can talk about it a little bit. We also have another building next to Emma, which is the AKT. It's yeah, a remaining staircase tower of a school that was put down some years ago. And now we are using it as an exhibition space where we do 2 big exhibitions a year about social relevant topics. So for example, we already had exhibitions about democracy, or about food of the future, or third gender, or at the moment, yesterday actually, we opened our last exhibition, which is about elections, because on Sunday there will be a big election in Germany. Yeah, so this is what we basically do here in Pforzheim. And as I said, one of our programs that we do is our scholarship Designers in Residence. I guess that's what you're all here for. So we do this since 2016. So I think now it's the 7th time that we do it, if I counted right. And we offer 3 scholarships per year in the areas of fashion, accessory, industrial jewelry, communication design, but we are also open to other design disciplines. The period of residence in Pforzheim is always from April to June. So 1st of April to 30th of June, excuse me. So, and we invite designers from all over the world to come to Pforzheim. What we offer is that all designers that come to Pforzheim get free accommodation. They can use the workshops at Emma and also our co-working space. And as the Faculty of Design is our partner for the scholarship program, they can also use the workshops there at the Faculty of Design. It's quite close to Emma. And they get also monthly support of 1,000 euros, as well as material costs and travel costs. So basically everything is covered with our scholarship, so that the designers who come can fully concentrate on their project that they want to do in the 3 months. We also, of course, offer that they can exchange with the local designers. So as I said, lots of them are working at Emma or also quite close to Emma. So there is always the chance to meet lots of people in the areas of design and art. Of course, they can also exchange with the jury members or with professors from the Faculty of Design. And in the end of the 3 months, there is always an exhibition at Emma Creative Center, and mostly also in Stuttgart, because we also have another partner who is the Design Center Baden-Württemberg, located in Stuttgart. And if possible, we also have the exhibition there again in autumn. So these were the basic facts. I now want to show you a small film from the scholarship 2019, so 2 years ago, to give you a little better impression of our scholarship. I hope it works. Oh, sorry. Can you hear it and see it?
The sound is there, but the sound is there, but the visual is not there.
Yeah, I will maybe do another screen sharing. Wait.
My name is Zheng Hong Li.
Is it working now?
Yes.
Okay.
But a bit slow, maybe the connection. Don't know.
Yeah, might be. So I will maybe post the link also in the chat. So if it's not working, you can maybe have a look at it later. I hope that it gets better.
Product experience designer from Taiwan. My project is called Small Thing with Big Heart, how the designer translate the daily innovation and personal observation into meaningful design. I need to design something that related to people's life. that resonate with people, not just design the concept for people. The 3D printing is one of the methods to do the prototyping, because I believe that all the design and all the process should through co-creation process. So I have some ideas and you have some ideas, let's co-create together. And 3D printing is the fastest way to do the prototyping. Besides 3D printing, I think one of the cool things I'm doing is like, I'm writing the photo diary. So like everything I understand and observe, I experiences through my photos, so you can really see behind the scenes stories.
My name is Ganit Goldstein, I'm from Israel, and I'm a fashion and 3D designer. My project is a work in process of research about wearable technology and how we can push the boundaries of the technology to make wearable clothes. I want to combine the traditional methods and the latest technology together to make my own point of view and my own designs. So I'm also using 3D printing methods to print directly on fabrics. In some way, I'm translating the oldest way of thinking to the latest technology. My project also deals with tailor-made costumes, so I'm using 3D body scan to make customized fashion.
I'm Davin Lee and I'm a jewelry designer and I'm from South Korea, living and working in Belgium. My project is about awareness. I want to make people aware of how we are polluting the environment with plastics. I'm using this tufting technique, which is actually a traditional carpet technique, but I'm using a metal wire that it gives a texture and it gives cold feeling. I want to express that jewelry can be big. So that's why I make it in a bigger scale, to see the message in a strong way, because I think without a message, it's not jewelry for me.
We are 3 designers and we are from different fields.
We work really differently, so it's more like we are sharing our opinion.
Really work together, chat together, play together. We kind of view ourselves as a team.
Das Emma Kreativzentrum beherbergt ja Kreativarbeitsplätze, Werkstätten, Coworking Spaces und Ausstellungsräume, so dass man hier im Prinzip tatsächlich in einem ganz tollen, inspirierenden Ambiente arbeiten kann.
It's a place for you to make mistakes. It's a place for you to kind of share your talents. It's a place for you to collaborate with other people from different backgrounds and countries.
And not just focused on one field, it's more about using lots of facilities and lots of ideas to push ourselves to make something that is really, really innovative.
This time, you're not designed for others, you design for yourself.
All the possibilities are open.
24/7 I can concentrate on my work. That is actually precious time for me to fully concentrate on my one project. Yeah, Pforzheim is definitely a good city for a jewelry designer.
Not just Emma Creative Center, they also connect with the school, with expert, with designer on the field. So everything connect together. So that kind of create a good condition for creativity.
So it's opened lots of doors for designers.
Ich denke, es ist eine ganz große Chance und es ist für die Zukunft des Einzelnen ein sehr schöner Baustein, sich nochmal intensiv mit einem einzelnen, sehr speziellen Thema zu beschäftigen. Und sicherlich ist es eine Gelegenheit, die man so später im Berufsleben wahrscheinlich nicht mehr hat.
So I hoped it somehow worked. So if not, as I said, I posted the link in the chat, so you can also have a look again later if you like to. And here are some more impressions of the designers that actually worked in Emma. So yeah, as I said, it's quite international. So we already had people from Israel, Taiwan, South Korea, Russia, Portugal, and much more countries. So yeah, it's quite open to all nationalities. Everyone can apply from all over the world. It's not limited to any countries. And yeah, you can see here how they work in the workshops. So this is, for example, our jewelry workshop, our fashion workshop, or these are some impressions from the workshops of the Faculty of Design that can also be used, as I said. Here are some more impressions of the exhibitions that we already did at Emma. So this one over here is a special case because last year, due to COVID, we couldn't do an exhibition as usual because everything was closed and it was locked down. So what we did is a virtual exhibition in our old swimming pool that is still there. So we built up an exhibition there, scanned it, and then it was a virtual exhibition. But this year, luckily, we were able to do a usual, like a normal exhibition at Emma again. And some more impressions of our designers that are exchanging also with the jury members. For example, here they were visiting one of the jury members who was an industrial designer. Here they were giving a talk in one of our festivals. And yeah, so last thing I want to present is the jury of this year, because of course we do not decide ourselves who are the next designers in residence, but we always have a jury of 3 people who is deciding about the designers in residence. And this year we have, first of all, it's Karen Pontoppidan. She's born in Denmark and is a renowned jewelry artist. Yeah, she had a lot of solo and group exhibitions in museums and galleries. And now she is a professor at the Academy of Fine Arts in Munich. Then we have Friederike Kincher. She's an industrial designer who also runs her own studio in Berlin. And besides that, she's involved in the Association of German Industrial Designers and also in some more association as Deutscher Designtag or the Kulturrat. So she's quite connected in the fields of industrial design. And the last one is Amelie Guédoul. She studied fashion design in Pforzheim and then started her career as a menswear designer in Scandinavia. And she's also actually now living in Copenhagen in Denmark and working as a freelance designer for brands in London, Paris, and Copenhagen. And then the final question is, of course, how can you apply or who can apply for our scholarship program? So as I said, the scholarship program is directed to young designers from the areas of fashion, accessory, jewelry, industrial, communication design, but as well as other design disciplines, as we realize that designers are working more and more interdisciplinary. So also interdisciplinary projects are very welcome. As it is to support young designers that are in the beginning of their career, it's directed to people that are either young, not older than 35, or completed their studies not longer than 2 years ago. So to make sure that we are supporting really designers that are in the beginning of their career. We ask for a bachelor's or master's degree in design. And as it is a program in Germany, it's also important that you speak either English or German. And of course, you need a great project idea that can be realized in 3 months, because we ask the people to apply with a concrete project idea that they want to realize. Here is also the link where you can apply online. I will also post it in the chat. There you can also find all informations and you can read again about our conditions. And soon I will also try to post the entry conditions and our flyer again here in the chat, so you can read everything again. Yeah, that was my presentation. I hope that you got a little impression. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them if I can. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Very interesting. Mungkin setelah ini kita langsung aja discussion session ya. Silakan teman-teman, ada yang mau bertanya ke Alex langsung atau ke Teh Nuri juga boleh. Bahasa Indonesia juga nggak apa-apa, nanti juga saya coba bantu terjemahkan kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia, lewat chat juga boleh. Silakan. Maybe my first question from me, is it okay for us to fly there right now, or maybe next year? Or is there any requirements?
Yeah, of course, important question. So we always try to make the scholarship possible, and to get all our designers to Germany. So also the last 2 years we were able to do it and to get almost everyone to Germany. So this year we had one designer from New York who couldn't come, but it was also because of her personal visa status. So actually at the moment it should be possible to travel to Germany. So of course we cannot forecast how the conditions will be next year and what kind of travel restrictions will be there. But as the situation is now, we are quite optimistic that we can do it as usual and get everyone to Germany. So of course it might be that there are some requirements as being vaccinated or at least having a negative test, something like this. So yeah, that of course can always happen, that there are some restrictions like this, but we hope that we'll be able to get everyone to Germany, no matter from where.
Okay.
And I mean, to be honest, I can maybe talk about the Corona situation in Germany. Maybe this is also interesting. So right now it's quite okay. We do not have so many cases here in Germany, but at the moment we have the kind of restrictions that lots of things are, let's say, easier if you are vaccinated. So at the moment they start doing a regulation that you can enter, for example, cultural institutions only if you are vaccinated or had Corona already. So this is how it's at the moment, but this can also change until next year. I don't know. So of course, I don't know that. I know that not in all countries it's so easy to get vaccinated. That's clear. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you how it is right now. So if you have the chance to be vaccinated, of course, it's easier to travel. But if you didn't have the chance, we'll also find a way to deal with that.
Okay, let's hope that everything is gonna be all right.
Yes.
The same with Indonesia right now. Indonesia is also is slowing down now the cases, the number of cases, but I don't know. We will see. So mungkin ini ada pertanyaan. First question from the audience here, Hilman Prakoso, raising his hand. Silakan, Kang Hilman atau Mas Hilman ini mau nanya apa?
Okay. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Hilman Prakoso. I'm from architecture study field. I already opened the website under the Emma, even designer residence, and I read all the requirement and the website itself. I noticed that it doesn't state that specifically what kind of project and what type of project that I'm searching for. Could you explain more and please elaborate it, like what kind of project specifically, or is it needed to be related with jewelry or fashion, or it could be anything? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this question. We actually do not have lots of limitations for the project because we really want the designers to have really a chance to do their heart project, so to really do what they always wanted to do in this 3 months. So it can basically be everything that you always wanted to do. So there are not any topics that we ask for or something like this. So it's quite open. Of course, it should be related somehow to design area, but it can be jewelry, it can be industrial, it can be fashion design, but it can also be an interdisciplinary project. So we also had quite artistic projects in the last years. So yeah, I cannot tell you exactly what kind of projects we're looking for. Mm-hmm. It's just up to the jury every year what they think is the most interesting projects out of all the applications that we can. So what I can recommend is that you maybe can just scroll through our last years and have a look what kind of projects they did, for example. So maybe it helps you to get an impression of what kind of projects were realized in the last years. But yeah, it's not our aim to do certain requirements. It's really quite open.
Okay. Is there any particular theme for this year? Sorry, for the next year? And what kind of the theme of the project itself?
I'm sorry, can you ask again?
Okay. Is there any particular theme for the next year project? Or
no, we don't have a thematic scholarship. It's really an open scholarship.
Ah, okay. Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I see that there is one question in the chat from Risma, who is 31 this year, but finished your studies in 2015. But yes, that means you are still qualified as you are not older than 35. So it's the two conditions. So either not older than 35 or the studies are finished not longer than 2 years ago. So if you, as long as you refill one of these conditions, you are welcome to apply.
Okay, let me add to that question. So if, for example, we are more than 35 and then we just finish our study, is it okay or?
Yes. So,
okay.
For example, if you're now 37 but finished your studies in 2019, that would be still okay.
Oh, Teh Nuri is smiling. So there is hope.
Aku baru lulus S2 jadi masih bisa meskipun umurnya di atas 37.
Sip. Oke deh. Ada lagi yang mau nanya? Silakan. I want to ask again about the degree. So is it has to be a degree in design, or if you have some kind of portfolio experience in working, is it mandatory, the degree in design?
Good question. So of course it helps if it's somehow related to design, the degree. But I think if it's, for example, I don't know, in engineering and you worked some years as a designer, I think there can also be okay in exceptional cases. But yeah, actually most of the applicants have a degree in design or something related to design actually. But I think more important is really the portfolio and the project idea. So if the jury can see that there's lots of, sorry, the word is missing, a lot of experience in working in the fields of design, and if the project idea is really good, I think that could also work.
Okay, nice to hear that. So again, for you all, buat semua yang if you don't have a background in design, so there is still a possibility. You can try also probably. Yes, the important thing is the portfolio, right? The most important thing.
Yeah.
And you will be you will be still considered to join this scholarship. Oke, ada lagi yang mau nanya? Any other question from the audience?
Yeah, I can also post my email address in the chat. So if any questions come to your mind after our meeting, you are always welcome to text me and to ask more questions. Maybe, I don't know if I mentioned the deadline. The deadline is the 15th of November. And then we will decide in the mid of December about the new designers in residence.
Ya, apakah sudah cukup jelas atau belum cukup jelas dari Akang Teteh, Bapak Ibu semua di sini? Jadi deadline-nya 15 November, kemudian untuk degree-nya meskipun design is preferable gitu ya, preferable design, tapi juga masih bisa dipertimbangkan kalau punya portfolio. Kemudian juga untuk usia, buat yang di atas 35 masih memungkinkan selama baru menyelesaikan studinya paling lama 2 tahun. Gitu kan. Apalagi. Terus juga kalau ada baru, jadi either, jadi di antara dua itu ya, kalau usianya di bawah 35 masih boleh, kalau sudah kalau baru selesai studi juga bisa di atas 35 tahun. Semoga cukup jelas ya. Nggak bikin bingung.
I just saw another question from Andri. I hope it's okay if I answer public, because it was a direct message to me. He asked if he can join the program, as he is a practitioner in visual studio, like video mapping, things like that, and a lecturer in design product industry. Yes, I think you can join the program. Sounds good. As I said, the most important thing for the jury is mostly the portfolio, so to prove what kind of experience you already have in design, what kind of projects you already did. And of course, the project idea is quite important. So if the project idea is good, innovative, and also realizable in 3 months, this is the most important things for the jury mostly.
I think also important to ask about the facility or benefit, yeah. I don't see anybody asking about that. That's the most important thing, I think. So if I'm not mistaken, we will have some kind of financial support there every month for 3 months, and then the travel cost is also being paid by the EMA. Am I right? And
yes.
Then also the accommodation. Is that right?
Yeah, and also material costs for the
material
project.
cost is also being supported by EMA. That's very great, I think. So
I mean, of course, there are some limitations. So if someone wants to build a 2-meter high sculpture out of gold, we might get little problems, but the experience shows that we are mostly able to realize all projects.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So basically, you will get full support to join the residency there. Jadi kita semua bukan semua ya, yang terpilih kalau berangkat itu dapat full support dari mulai tiket perjalanan, kemudian akomodasi, material cost gitu ya, biaya material, itu semua sama ada biaya atau living cost ya, ditanggung juga oleh Emma. Jadi ini sebuah peluang yang sangat baik sekali. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my youngest child, youngest son. Jadi ini sebuah peluang yang sangat baik. Silakan bagi yang mau bergabung. Silakan dari Teh Nuri, mungkin ada tambahan?
Ya, mungkin buat teman-teman di sini yang sebagai pelaku kreatif, mungkin ini kesempatan yang sangat baik ya untuk bisa eksperimen atau eksplorasi tentang desain. Di sini mungkin waktunya untuk belajar kembali sih, belajar kembali dengan dengan fasilitas studio yang Emma punya. Lalu mungkin sekembalinya kita bisa mengembangkan apa yang sudah biasa kita lakukan dengan metode-metode baru yang kita pelajari di sana. Itu sih mungkin. Jadi lagi-lagi tidak usah khawatir kalau misalkan background-nya bukan desain, tapi yang penting punya pengalaman berkreasi yang cukup banyak. Dihias aja portonya yang cantik biar keterima. Mungkin itu aja.
Thank you, Teh Nuri. Terima kasih. We have another question, Alex, from Vera. Hi, I'm late, so I don't know if you have mentioned already how many quotas from Indonesia for this scholarship. Yeah.
With quotas, you mean how many scholarships we offer for people from Indonesia, or what?
Yep, that's right.
So there are basically no quotas. So we just choose the 3 best projects. And if it's 3 best projects from Indonesia, maybe there will be 3 people from Indonesia. So there's no quotas about that.
Okay, that's a good and a bad thing also. I think. I'm sorry. Yes.
Are there any other questions? Here's another question. How about language skills? Yeah, as I said, so we require that people can speak English or German. I mean, not so many people speak German, so English is fine. Because of course you should be able to somehow communicate with us and with people in Pforzheim. And yeah, so basic language skills in English are required, because otherwise it would be quite hard also to exchange and communicate with other people in Pforzheim.
Okay.
Is it possible if the project realized later different than the one that we submit? I would say it depends. Of course, it shouldn't be so much different, as the project is also the reason why someone is chosen. So of course, if I don't know, some big circumstances that the project is based on are changing, or if you are then finally in Germany and see, oh, with their facilities here, I'm not able to realize the project and you have to adjust it, that's of course no problem. But the basic idea should be more or less the one that you applied with, I would say. I mean, yeah, because as I said, this is the reason why someone is chosen besides the portfolio. So you shouldn't maybe apply with the idea of building a table and in the end it's, I don't know, I don't have a good example in mind right now. But it should be at least the same direction that you're working in then. But yeah, adjustments can always be made. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to apologize for the sound from me, but I hope it's okay right now because my kids has been secured. So I think to add from Alex, if we submit some idea of a project, of course there will be some development and maybe some adjustment to be made along the road. But I think the original idea has to be consistent, right? Because that's the main thing that makes the jury accepted our projects. Another question from Hilman.
Yeah, the whole schedule and process of the scholarship application, of course. So as I said, the deadline is the 15th of November. So it's the 15th of November, midnight of German time, that the application has to be admitted at the latest. And the application has to be made online, and you have to submit your portfolio, your project idea, and proof of your final degree, as well as your curriculum vitae. So these are the documents that are required for the application. And then on the application website, there are some questions that has to be answered related to your project. So you have to think about what you want to realize, what kind of projects. You have to give a title for the project. You have to describe what is special or new or innovative about your project idea. And you have to give us an idea of what kind of material or facilities you want to work with. So this is basically the questions that we are asking for. And yeah, that's it basically. After all the applications are submitted, the jury will have a look at all of them and then decide about the 3 best projects. And no, there are no interviews or tests during the project. So it's really based on the portfolio and the project idea that you are submitting. So you should put all your energy in that. Yeah.
Continuing from Vera and also from Hilman again. Vera asking about the commitment after the program.
Basically, there is no special commitment that we are asking for. So what we want to reach with the project or with the scholarship is really that we give the designers the chance to do a project that they really put their heart in it. So because often it's like this, that after you studied, you have to find a job and you have to earn money. So you are maybe not able to realize a project that you have in mind, or you have maybe no money to do this. So this is basically the chance that we want to give to young designers to realize a project that they think it is important. And this is the main idea that we have, and also to, of course, to to promote Pforzheim a little bit. So of course, if you spread your word about Pforzheim after the scholarship, we are very happy. But there are no commitments that we are expecting. So there's no contract that says you have to advertise for Pforzheim 5 years after the scholarship or something. So there's nothing like this. But of course, we are happy if you keep in contact and share about your projects that you do in the future, or yeah, tell everyone how nice our scholarship program is.
Okay, and then from Hilman again, is there any interview or test in the process?
No, there is no interview. So it's really, the decision is based on the application that you submit online.
Okay, I think we got a lot of questions. And maybe I want to add from the question is that probably I want to ask that the tips. This is interesting. Do you have some kind of tips or some kind of direction or some kind of what is the previous winners, let's say winners of the scholarship has done that makes them unique and interesting for the jury, or is it very dependent on the jury or something?
Yeah, so as you said, it's very depending on the jury. So I also do not want to give any advices or something, because I do not want to limitate anyone in this project idea. So and the jury is changing every 2 years. So of course also the focus, how they choose the projects is changing every year. So I really cannot and do not want to give any advice on that, because yeah, we are open for all kind of ideas, and what in the end is chosen is something that we cannot forecast. It can only is only the decision of the jury.
Okay, then understood. Hilman is, I think, is very eager to join the this program. Hilman is asking again.
After the 15th of November, when it will be announced, yeah. So I will remember your name, Hilman. We will apply. It's announced in mid of December. So if everything goes well, last year it was a little bit later because we had some delays due to COVID, but usually it's announced somewhere mid or end of December. So before the Christmas break.
So I guess we will have like 3 months, right? If we selected, it's in March or April.
April, yeah.
April, yeah.
So it starts 1st of April, yeah. So then you have hopefully enough time to prepare your travel and your visa. Yeah, and of course we can support in terms of visa. So of course we will provide all the documents and things that are maybe helpful for the visa, and we can try to give our support. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you are applying, you should be aware that if you are chosen, you have to at least be able to spend 3 months in Germany.
I think for Indonesian, the most important thing for a visa is invitation letter, I think, from your place, I think. And maybe we will need around like 1 month, if I'm not mistaken, to make the visa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
So of course we will, as soon as it's decided, we will of course then do everything that is needed to prepare the travel. And yeah.
Okay. Is there any other question? Ada lagi yang mau nanya, rekan Teteh? Silakan. I think it's good enough right now. For now, maybe we can, like Alex said, she has shared her email. If you want to ask more about this program, you can contact her through her email. Jadi kita bisa kontak Alex melalui emailnya. Kalau ada yang mau nanya lagi, silakan ya, feel free ya to ask Alex. And hopefully dari Indonesia ada yang lolos ya. Hopefully from Indonesia we get some winners of the scholarship. Teh Nuri, kayaknya sudah cukup ya, sudah cukup banyak pertanyaan dan sudah cukup jelas juga kelihatannya untuk. Oh ini lagi yang nanya, oh ya, sengaja saya pura-pura mau selesai biar ada yang nanya. Ini ada yang nanya dari some question from Salah Sajaluki. Do we have any obligation to make an exhibition or journal at the end of the project?
Yes, the exhibition is obligatory, so we always have an exhibition in the end of the 3 months. So it's mostly starting in the last week of June. So yeah, it's also maybe important to know that, of course, within the 3 months, it's also required to prepare the exhibition. So the project has to be mostly done mid of June. So it's at least 2.5 months for realization of the project, because then we need also some time to prepare the exhibition. So this is obligatory, so there's no documentation or something in the end that you have to do, but the exhibition is obligatory. So, and then of course we also always do an online documentation about the projects. So maybe you can see it on our website. We always do pictures of the exhibitions, and we always do 360-degree scan of the exhibition. So this is things that we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the end of the project will be a form of exhibition to showcase the result of the project.
Yes.
Understood. I want to add again about probably there are some applicants that that is working to a company or maybe academician, and they need probably a letter from you to make permission from their office. That's probably will be required also. And then the invitation letter, I think. I don't know if that's the same. Probably with only an invitation letter is enough, maybe to arrange the visa and also to make permission from the office.
Yeah, sure. So as I said, we are always try to do everything that is needed and to provide every documents that are needed. So this year it was quite hard actually, because we had lots of restrictions due to COVID for the girl from Russia. So we are always very interested in getting the people to Germany. So we try to do our best in everything that we can. So if it's also helpful to provide some documents from the jury members or from companies that are sponsors of the program, we always try to get everything. Or we also had a letter from our major of the city this year for a scholarship holder from Russia. So everything that we can do, we will do.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Alex. Terima kasih, Alex. Jadi intinya Alex akan support apapun dokumen yang dibutuhkan buat teman-teman yang terpilih berangkat ke Jerman. Kalau itu memang diperlukan, akan sangat membantu ya, karena biasanya di Indonesia, if you know Alex, di Indonesia the bureaucracy is a bit slow, you know, so we will very much thankful for your help. Okay, I think that will be enough for today. Oh, ada lagi nih. Another question. Last question. Oh, it's okay if not. If you want to ask more, it's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Background isn't a problem. So is it possible to propose a project that is focused only art context related, or should it have any crafts ideas since Pforzheim is a city of craft? No, I mean, as I said, we are quite open, so it doesn't need to have any crafts idea. Yeah, as I said, we also had lots of quite artistic projects in the past, so can be everything.
Oh.
I hope this is, I mean, it's not too helpful maybe, but
I think that's great. That's a great information for us, because mungkin Teh Nuri juga bilang ya, ada banyak artisan juga ya, seniman di kita yang mungkin tertarik untuk join. Jadi there's a lot of artists that probably want to join this program also, so that's a good information for them, I think.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's still a design scholarship, not an art scholarship. So the focus is still on design. But yeah, as I said, today it's quite interdisciplinary design. So yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just have a look at our previous projects, and then you will get an idea what maybe is some more or less possible.
Okay, that's great to hear. Thank you, Alex. Probably no more question. Nggak ada lagi yang bertanya. Sudah cukup semuanya. I think for today is enough. Terima kasih. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Nuri. And then thank you for all of the audience yang udah gabung. Hopefully we can connect again later. And hopefully there is a winner from Indonesia to be the first, yeah, the first from Indonesia, right? To join.
Yeah, if there will be something, it's the first one, yeah.
Okay.
True. Yeah, so thank you very much for your interest, and I'm looking very forward to all your applications.
Okay, thank you, Alex, thank you, Teh Nuri. Ada lagi yang mau disampaikan?
Yes, thank you for Alex to present the program to us, and terima kasih juga buat Kreasi udah kasih kesempatan buat Alex dan Rakarsa untuk hari ini. Cukup.
Ya, sama-sama, makasih Nuri.
Semoga pada semangat untuk apply.
Yes. Jadi yang pertama ya dari Indonesia ya, semoga ya.
Amin.
Ya, terima kasih semuanya. Saya izin pamit undur diri. Mohon maaf kalau ada kekurangan. See you all again in the next opportunity. See you all. Bye-bye.
Terima kasih. Bye-bye.
Bye.